attend a meeting in my class since
Okay. For any reason?
yeah. Oh no, not really.
Okay.
We just have to attend it there to just for the sake of it.
Just for the sake of it. I'm sure you're going to be thrilled by that tomorrow.
I sense
Okay, Lang. Sorry?
I sense sarcasm.
Oh yes, I was dripping with it. I'm glad you could tell. Hello, Singh.
Hi, oh, hi.
Hi, how are you today?
It's a rather tired day.
Tiring day.
Yes.
How come?
I have to review my lessons as I am going to have the semester exams in next week, and it is very hard
Wow.
to
Okay,
read
so you're
literature,
super busy.
and it's very hard
Okay.
to read literature. Vietnamese literature is very heavy. I can't carry on it.
Yes, I've been I've been told by students that I've taught that Vietnamese is super tough from all ages, which is very interesting. Okay, can I ask you all, please, please, please turn your cameras on. I'd like to see your lovely faces.
Okay. Yeah, there it goes.
Thank you, Sing. Stacey is a teaching assistant, so she isn't going to be joining us in the answering of questions. So I'm not being rude by not introducing Stacey, but Stacey is more than welcome to introduce herself if she'd like to. Hang Chi and Long, cameras, please. Hello, fabulous. It's lovely to see you all. Hang Chi, you are new. Would you like to introduce yourself to Long and Sing?
Exactly. That my name is Chi, and I'm in grade 11, and I'm studying at a local school in my province.
Okay, excellent. And where do you live exactly? Where is your province?
I live in Harting City.
Ating. Oh, excellent. Well done. Nice. And Long and Sing. Sing, would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, well, I'm Singh. I'm a student at a high school in Hai Duong City. Yes.
And you're in grade 11 as well?
No, I'm in grade 10.
Grade 10. Wow, okay, nice. And Long.
Yeah. Well, um, Long is my name, which will probably be irrelevant later on. I'm a middle schooler, and I'm currently in my 13th year of life. That's it. Nothing
Okie
else.
dokes. Well, that's enough if you wish it to be. Guys, my Zoom says it's not responding, so I don't really know what's going on with it. I cannot share anything. I cannot do anything. I can't even hang up if I wanted to.
That
Can you
sucks.
hear me?
Yes.
It does suck a little bit. Thank you, Long. It does suck. I don't know why it's doing that. So currently, we can have free talk until my Zoom figures out what on earth it wants.
Oh,
So let's talk about the Ielts test. Chi, when are you looking to take yours?
What?
So this is an Ielts class. When are you looking to take your Ielts test?
I think that when I is at the beginning of 2021.
Okay, yeah. So pretty soon.
Yeah.
And are you familiar with the IELTS test at all? Do you know the structure of it and what it entails?
I know a little bit.
Okay. Would you care to divulge, please, so I know where you're at with it?
What?
So would you care to tell us a little bit about what you know about the IELTS test?
Um, IELTS has um, three parts.
So the speaking test has three parts, yes. So the IELTS test on whole has reading, writing,
Reading.
listening, and speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the speaking, which is the course we're doing right now, the speaking part has three parts to it. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes, it's good.
Okay, I have no idea what's going on with my Zoom. Okay, and sing. The first part one of speaking, how many questions do you get?
Oh, we will get about 4 to 5 questions. My
So you have 4 to 5 minutes
oh,
to
I don't
answer
have a good
11
memory.
questions. It's okay. This is going to be your homework, so you remember from now on. Okay, you have 4 to 5 minutes to answer 11 questions. Long, what kind of questions do you get asked in part one?
Well, I think it's usually well, well, yeah, I don't really know. It's it gets changed every now and then, so I can't really tell. But yeah.
Just general questions, general conversational questions to learn a bit
Yep.
about you, your studies, your life, what you're interested in. Just
Yep.
general questions.
Yep.
And part two, sing.
Part two about let me remember about 7 questions.
About 7. So remember, part two is the long talk. We always prepare a little speech for 5 minutes in class. And long, part two. What's part two like?
Well, mm, honestly, I don't really know since I've only really attended a practice IELTS, rip-off IELTS
That's
test.
okay, but long every lesson we've done, we have looked at part two and we've sat for 5 minutes and prepared our speech for part two. So what's
Well,
part two like?
honestly, I don't really know. No, I don't really know.
You don't know? You can't remember? Okay, so you get a little card and it for example, describe a time where you describe a restaurant you like. Explain, talk about where it was, who did you go there with, and explain why you liked it. That's an example of one. And you have 1 minute there, and you should speak for between 1 to 2 minutes. Sing, do you remember doing that in class? Oh no. T, are you there?
Yes.
Long? Okay, Long, try and come out of sing along. I'm gonna try and come out of Zoom and come back in because it's not working and I don't know what to do about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll try and come out and come back in.
Okay.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So is Sing gone? Oh. Okay. Here's Sing. Hui.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Sorry, my Zoom broke. So waiting for Hui. Hello, Hui.
Hello.
Hello, could you turn on your camera, please?
Excuse me, I can hear clearly.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Hi, Hui. Hui, could you turn on your camera, please? Uh,
Okay. I'm here.
Thank you. Hi, nice to see you. I'm Ellis. Nice to meet you. And you
Yes,
are
nice to meet you
Hui.
too.
Would you like to tell us a bit about yourself, please, so we can meet you?
Oh, my English is bad. Yeah. Okay. My name is Huy. I'm 17. Now I'm a student and now I'm reading chemistry at a specialized school.
Okay, excellent. History at school.
What? Can you can you
You're
speak again?
studying chemistry at
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, excellent. Wow, well done. And okay, so I'll introduce everyone. He's in grade 10. He is super sweet. Everyone's super friendly here. And Long is 13 and she is 16. She's in grade 11. So these are all of our students and we're all going at the Ielts speaking. So quickly, I'm just going to share what a test looks like and then we'll crack on. And my name is Ellis. I'm 26 and I live in Germany, but I'm English. Right, great. Start. So part 1, here's an example. You generally get 11 questions and you have 4 to answer. Okay, part 2. Oops. Did I just... Okay, 1 second. Okay, part 2 is called the long talk and it is 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes you should speak for, and you have 1 minute to prepare. So you get a little card like this, and you have 1 minute to prepare what you'd like to say, and you should answer all of the points on here. Part 3, you have have less questions, but 4 to 5 minutes to answer still, and they are related to part 2. They're a bit more abstract. You've got to talk about feelings, opinions, comparing and contrasting, and give evidence. Okay, so let's go through this one, the actual test, because we have 2 new students, and we'll see how it goes. So, Chi.
Yeah.
Chi. Which part of your country do most people live in?
Um, According to my knowledge, I think that um, most people most people are living in a big city like Ho Chi Minh City or Hanoi.
Okay, excellent. That's a beautiful answer. Not too long, not too short. According to my knowledge, some good vocabulary there. Hui, could you tell me about the main industries there?
Um, Unfortunately, I don't know much about this.
Yeah, okay.
I can tell you that mm, the industry here is mm, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know
Yeah,
anything
you
about the industry here.
in Vietnam. That's absolutely fine. You're more than entitled to say you haven't got a clue, just as long as you say it in an eloquent way, which you did. So if you don't know, just say, but try and answer the question anyway. So I'm really sorry, but I don't really know much about the industries in Vietnam. I can guess for you, but I don't know. So you've still said you don't know, but you've answered it still quite nicely. Sing. How easy is it to travel around your country?
Well, to the best of my knowledge, I think is the best way is travel by air, and it will take you about 2 hours to travel across the country from Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh by plane. And I
Okay.
don't know what exact time will be spent if you want to travel from this spot to these spots to this landscape to these landscapes. Yes.
hmm Okay, excellent. So that was a really good answer, but make sure when you are answering that you answer the question that was asked. So yes, you can try air. You can, but it's asking how easy it is. So rather than saying you can travel by air, say pretty easy actually. Most people travel by air. It's super efficient. It's cheap, so it's really easy to travel around this country. It's asking about how easy. So you can still use the answer that you gave, but incorporate sort of an answer to the question. Well done, though. And long.
Yes.
Has your country changed much since you were a child?
Well, admittedly, I'd have to say that probably not a lot since well, probably not a lot, but I can't really tell since I don't really remember anything since from when I was a child. Since because
Okay,
my
excellent.
memory is utter crap.
Excellent. Okay, perfect. All right. Yeah, my memory is utter crap. Okie dokes, you can use that if you like. All right, well done. So your answers are all pretty good there. Well done, guys. And I just want you to know that during these lessons, I want you to feel comfortable, and we're not competing against each other at all with our answers. We're just improving ourselves. And it's good to listen to other people because maybe you can take some of their tricks on board and they might take yours on board as well. Okay, so part 2 is called the long talk, and you get given a card like this in the test, and you have 1 minute to prepare usually, and then after your minute's up, you talk between 1 to 2 minutes, and you can make notes on the pill. So I'd generally write your structure down and some interesting vocab words that come into your mind in that minute. And I'm going to ask you to prepare for this question. And then we'll look at part 3, because this lesson I actually look at part 3 in more detail because we haven't spent much time on it. So I'd like you all to spend 3 minutes preparing. Usually I give 4 or 5, but this time I'd like 3 minutes to prepare. So describe a well-known person you like or admire. Say who it is, what this person has done, why this person is well known, and explain why you admire this person. Okay, and with everything, I'd like you to answer, explain, and give examples. You only have to give 1 or 2 examples. Try not to be too example heavy. As long as you're explaining things and giving at least 1 example, you should be fine. Okay, so 3 minutes from now, please. I'd love to hear a well-known person you like or admire. Long, I'd love you to answer all of the points as well.
Oh, this person is. Yes.
If you have any questions, please just ask. I'm here.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay. I want to ask about what this person has done. Does that mean his or her achievement?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
If it's it's a well-known person, so a famous person, someone in public interest. It could be someone who is deceased, someone who is alive, but their main achievements, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you have 1 minute left. Right, you should be finishing up on your preparations now. And who would like to go first? Are there any volunteers? Okay. In that case, I'm going to pick Long. Long, are you ready?
Um,
Yeah. Okay, I'll ask the question then. Describe a well-known person you like or admire and explain why you admire this person. Long? Long? Can you hear me?
I'm still prepared. Give me a moment, please.
You need a minute? Ox, Sing, are you ready?
Yes, I'm already.
Good, perfect. Would you like to go ahead?
Okay. Okay, so I have a many idols. There's a top footballer that I admired from my childhood. That's Cristiano Ronaldo. You may already know him. I His is one of the best footballer in the world, and he has won many achievements. To be, such as in the individual, he has 5 golden balls. And the individual, he has 5 Champions League cups and 1 Euros and many others medals that not many players have. And I think he's well known because he's one of the top footballer that can remain his top career for such a long time, maybe about 10 years. And he's a very rich person. He can take advantage of the advertisement and get a lot of money from that. And I admire him because he is an ambitious person. He always want to be the best, and he's want to have intense training whenever and wherever he is to better his skills, better his strengths, and remain his pinnacle of the career. Thank you.
Excellent, beautiful, beautiful. You had some lovely vocab there. Ambitious, the pinnacle of his career. That's an excellent piece to say. Your starter was beautiful. The way you started it, you gave yourself time to. Um, uh, just be careful when you're talking about um, when you're adding your s on the end. So I want, he, she, it wants,
Oh,
wants. Footballer, footballers. He's one of the most celebrated or one of the best footballers in the
oh,
world. Um, excellent. And your pronunciation of medals, short sound, hard vowel sound. But that was really, really beautiful, and I loved that you answered you needed to. So well done. You had some lovely vocab in there.
thank
And
you.
a good thing is, as I said, the way you speak. So when you get marked, you do obviously get marked down for missing your S's off. However, the biggest problem is if it's not coherent. So your fluency and coherence, and that's how easy it is to understand you. So the good thing about you, Sing, is that I can still understand what you're saying. You still are coherent. Everything you say makes sense, even if your grammar or sometimes pronunciation is a bit off. Your fluency and coherence isn't affected by that. So that's good. That's very good.
Thank you.
Well done, Sing. Lang, are you ready?
Okay. Well, admittedly, I don't really pay attention to such details, so I don't really have much to say here. Though I do know that my grandfather was I think he was a general in the Vietnam Army. I don't really know, so yeah. And well, I do admire him, but mainly because he's my grandfather and he's taken care of me for a very, very long time. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that should explain it. Yeah,
Okay.
so yeah.
So you admire him because he's your grandfather. You could expand on that long and say, I admire him because he's my grandfather, not because of his work in the army. And I'm not exactly sure what his work in the army was, but I do know. And then you'd be answering all of the points. You kind of answered all of them. You sort of touched on the fact you didn't know, but you need to explicitly state what you don't know about. And you could add a bit more fancy vocab in there. And I know you do have it, to use the fanciest vocabulary, because I have heard it from you before. So even if you don't know, still try to make it sound nice and beautiful and lovely. Long. I know you don't like answering questions and you drip with sarcasm all of the time, but bring that out. Bring it out. It's good to listen to. Chi, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, great.
To be honest, my person that I admire is not a singer or a actress or actor, and my person that I really really admire is named Pham Nhật Vuong. He is a successful businessman and also well known for almost person in Vietnam about his own company or and what he has done for communities and his hometown. He is well known for a CEO at Vingroup, and he also has a company to produce a Vietnamese car brand named VinFast. One thing that's special to me is he is famous for a role as a shark in Shark Tank Vietnam, and that is a reality TV show to find out startup person that they want to put their money to improve them, and he's also have many contributions to renew their hometown and also create many opportunities for unemployees in Vietnam to have new job and start up their new life.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. So that was lovely. You had a really fabulous structure to that, Chi. So that's really good. You have the structure, that's amazing. Um, your pronunciation was generally good, but you need to just remember to have the end sounds on the word, so find. And when you get nervous, you tend to speak a bit more quickly.
Yeah.
And it's okay if you slow it down a little bit in order to get those sounds that you struggle with. You will still sound a normal pace to others. It's just if you're really struggling for words, then you might slow yourself down. But it is okay to slow yourself down a tiny little bit. And it was great. You talked about someone a bit different, which is nice. You said why he's special to you. Unemployed, Chi, so he helps the unemployed to start up their new lives. So that's excellent. Well done. Thank you. And
Thank you.
Hui, are you ready?
Okay, I'm here.
Hi. So are you ready to describe a well-known person you like or admire?
Yeah. So I'm gonna talk about my professor. He is well known at my school. Um, so bearing a short and plump figure with his weird fashion style, he doesn't appear as a charming guy. But actually, he's a good guy. Um, he is a person who can draw towards him all other bodies and offering gravity and warmth. Um, and so I think he like a walnut. He's tough on the outside but warm and soft on the inside. Um, but what I like the most about him is that he respects others and he also inspired me a lot. Um, mm, what else?
Okay, yeah, he
Yeah.
inspires you to do what? What is your passion? What does he inspire you to do?
To, I also want to be a teacher like him.
Ah, okay, excellent. So he's a teacher. His
Yeah,
achievements are that he's really popular with the students. Those are his achievements, and I really admire him because he inspires me to be like him. I also want to be a teacher like him, and he makes me want to achieve that. But that's excellent. You answered nearly all of the points. Sometimes you can go a little bit further. I loved the way you speak, Hui. The way you speak is seeping with adjectives. You're very descriptive, and that's really nice because it paints a very vivid picture in my mind of this lecturer or this teacher that you're talking about, and that's really really nice to hear. Um, Remember when you're saying respect others, plural, and it inspires me. Um, he inspires me. But excellent. Your descriptions there are brilliant. So that's really good for your explaining and giving examples. That's excellent. Thank you, Hui. You all did fabulously with that. Okay, and
thank you.
part three, you're welcome. Part three, we're probably not going to have time to look too much into the part three lesson that I prepared, which is a summary of all of the part threes that I've given for homework. But we'll do that next week, okay? It's good to see um, what the test actually looks like every now and again. Okay, part three should take you 4 to 5 minutes. And you also should answer, explain, and give examples. It's relating to part two, sorry, but you should answer in a little bit less detail than part two and a little bit more detail than part one. Okay, so these ones, but more abstract, famous people in your country or being in the public eye. What does being in the public eye mean, Chi? Chi?
Yeah.
To be in the public eye, what does that mean?
I think uh, is talk about something that is famous for everyone.
Yeah, being in the public eye means you're being watched by the public. People want to know what you're doing. Okay, so love. What kind of people become famous these days?
Well, honestly, I don't really pay attention to those kind of things, so I can't really tell you much. Yeah.
Can you? Yeah. So
Though
but I guess.
I'm guessing that well, it's definitely not the physical stuff such as someone saving a child or something that is, yeah, no.
So it's
But
usually
I
doom and
do
gloom.
think that it's fairly common for random people to just get famous for no reason on social media like Twitter or Facebook.
Ah, okay.
Though that's only a
Excellent.
guess, and there is no source for that. Yeah,
Okay, excellent. So the social media. Long, you are sorry, buddy. If you have no idea how to answer the question, you can save the eloquent, I haven't got a clue what you are talking about, but only save it if you're really struggling. Because if you answer every question with, I don't know, I'm not really sure, it makes me as the examiner that you don't know how to speak well, and that you've just prepared that one speech for every answer. And I know, Long, that you can speak absolutely beautifully. So if you're really stuck, really stuck in the mud, then save. You're also, if you need a bit of time to think, you're also more than welcome to say, oh, hold the phone a second while I'm just thinking of what to say. I've got it somewhere in the depths of my brain. I just need to pull it out. You're more than welcome to stall like that because it shows that you're a human. Another thing, which is a good skill to have, if you've noticed that you've made a bit of a mistake in your grammar or pronunciation, and you think, ah, crap, I'm going to get marked down for that,
I
um, you're more than welcome to stop yourself and just say, hang on, oops, let me go back, try that again. I'll say it properly. And that's fine because that obviously they've noted that you've made a mistake, but also recognizing that you yourself have made a mistake is much better than just anxious over it for the rest of the speech, and you will gain more marks for noticing that and correcting it
okay.
than if you didn't, than if you just went with it. Okay, sing.
Yes.
What are the good things about being famous? Any disadvantages?
Oh, I believe that being famous can help you to earn more money, and you can help the disabled and disadvantaged people more as much as you can. And being famous also have a chance to make you become the central attention of the crowd. However, famous people also have to suffer from the scandals from the paparazzi and the journalists who want to look into their private life, and will every part of the life will be the headings of the tomorrow's newspaper, and that is the main disadvantage of the famous people.
Yeah, want to have their private lives dissected in public. It can cause a lot of mental health problems. But yes, it's also quite nice on one hand to be the center of attention, to have a lot of money, to have people love you. But on the other hand, your pride dissected. Excellent. Seeing those with some really nice points. Hui, why do you think ordinary people are interested in the lives of famous people? Hui? Yes.
Um, yeah.
Why do you think ordinary people are interested in the lives of famous people?
Um, maybe they curious about their idols. They wish to know more about the private life of their idols. So
Okay, yeah.
and
So that's a good point. So they have idols. So people have idols. Their idols are famous. People are inspired. People look up to their idols because their idols are role models to them. Have role models, so they're interested in the lives of these role models because they're inspired by them. They want to be more like them, maybe. So those are some good words maybe you could use. Inspired role models. But yes, that's a good point of action to go forward with. Well done, Hui. And Chi.
Yeah.
How does the media in your country treat famous people?
According to me, I think that uh, is the same as another country. Is that the media treat famous people. I think that is really normal. Like, um, what it's the information about their own life, that what they want to show or on their Facebook, and another thing that they want to keep private is doesn't show on this social media. And
Yeah, okay, excellent. So, like any other country, it's like any other country. And then you went on to give examples, which is good. You could expand a bit. So, other countries generally say, talk about what they've written on their social media, what the paparazzi have taken. Sometimes their private lives come into play, but it's pretty much the same as everywhere else. So, your answer was really good, really, really good, but be a little bit more clear in how it's the same. So give an example of what it's like in another country.
yeah.
Excellent, guys. So that is the structure. Do you know how many bands there are for IELTS? Chi, do you know how many IELTS bands there are?
um I think that is 6 band.
Okay, there are nine. There are nine. For most foreign universities, they require a 6.5. 6.5. Nine is the highest. It's it is very difficult to get a nine. Probably would be quite difficult for even some native speakers to get a nine, but you are capable. You're more than capable. And I'd say that most of you right now are working at around 5.5 or 6, which is excellent. And ideally, yes, you want at least 6.5. Okay, and here you get marked. There's 4 different categories you get marked in. Fluency and coherence, which is what I was talking about at the beginning. So let's look at 7. Speaks at length without noticeable effort or loss of coherence. May demonstrate language-related hesitation at times, or sometimes repetition and or self-correction. So even at band 7, you can self-correct. You're only human. Uses a range of connectives and discourse markers with some flexibility. Yes, excellent. Lexical resource, that's your vocabulary, a wide range of vocabulary, lexicon. Grammatical range and accuracy, and pronunciation. Okay, so those are the band descriptors. We can look more into those later. I'd like to give you guys your homework. So this is your homework, everybody, because Long and Sing keep forgetting the structure. So I want to stop that, and I'm going to give you this as homework so that that happens. So your homework is to talk about the Ielts speaking test and its process. So how many sections, how many questions in each section, how many minutes should each section take, and what are the questions like in each section. Also, what are the grade descriptors? How many bands are there in the Ielts test? Okay. Sing, is that okay for you? Okay, Sing vanished. Hui, is that homework okay for you? Is that all right?
All right.
Yes, perfect. Because I'd really like you to remember. I really would. And Chi, how did you find this lesson?
I think that is pretty exciting.
Good. I'm glad. You are two fabulous new students, and I hope you enjoyed learning with Long and Sing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you next Friday. I wish you a fabulous weekend, and Sing, I hope your tests next week go okay.
Yes, thank you.
If any others have tests, I really wish you a good week and some fabulous test scores. And if you don't get fabulous test scores, it's okay, because at least you tried and it's not the end of the world. It is a point of improvement for next time. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, and see you next week.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Thank you.